Donald Trump is back in the White House for his second term, but things are not going as planned. From a stalled military conflict with Iran, to a wave of cabinet firings, to a support rate that keeps dropping, the Trump administration is facing serious headwinds on multiple fronts. Let's break it down. Section 1. The Iran conflict. One of the biggest crises right now is the military standoff with Iran. Trump ordered strikes against Iran, demanding unconditional surrender. But the conflict has dragged on longer than expected. And just recently, an American F-15 fighter jet was shot down by Iran, forcing the U.S. military to launch a dramatic rescue operation to recover the crew. Rather than projecting strength, the ongoing conflict has raised serious questions about the administration's foreign policy judgment. International leaders, including French President Macron, have called Trump's demand to forcibly open the Strait of Hormuz unrealistic. Meanwhile, support for the Iran military campaign has dropped sharply among American voters, with a net approval rating of -14 points in recent polling. Section 2. The firing wave. Inside the White House, a different kind of chaos is unfolding. In just the past few weeks, Trump has fired Attorney General Pam Bondi, reportedly over her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein documents. Before that, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was removed in March. That's 2 cabinet members gone in under a month. And it may not stop there. Reports suggest Commerce Secretary Lutnick and Labour Secretary De Lima could be next on the chopping block. Beyond the cabinet, the administration has pushed out tens of thousands of federal workers. Over 75,000 employees took early retirement packages, and thousands more were outright fired, sometimes by mistake, including staff responsible for nuclear security, who had to be quietly rehired. The constant turnover is making it harder for the government to function and harder for voters to trust it. Section 3. The economy and inflation. At home, Americans are feeling the squeeze. Inflation remains a major concern, with 65% of voters disapproving of Trump's handling of prices. His aggressive tariff policies, a signature of his economic agenda, have a 64% disapproval rating. Younger voters and minority communities are especially frustrated, and economists warn that the combination of federal spending cuts and tariffs could significantly slow economic growth. With the midterm elections coming up in November 2026, economic anxiety may be the biggest threat to Republican control of Congress. Section 4. Immigration and social unrest. Immigration was supposed to be Trump's strongest issue, but that has changed. ICE agents, immigration enforcement officers, fatally shot American citizens during crackdown operations in Minneapolis earlier this year. The incidents, caught on video, sparked a national outcry. Disapproval of Trump's immigration policies has now climbed to nearly 60%. Even Latino voters, a group Trump made major inroads with in 2024, are pulling back their support. Section 5. Erratic behavior and falling approval. Finally, there's the question of Trump's conduct itself. On Easter Sunday, Trump posted on social media calling Iranian leaders crazy bastards, using explicit language, and threatening to destroy Iran's power grid. The next day, he posted, "Tonight, civilization may end and never return." These posts triggered calls from critics for a mental health evaluation. Trump dismissed the concerns at a press conference, saying he hadn't heard them. The numbers tell their own story. His approval rating has fallen from 47% at the start of his second term to around 38 to 40% today, with disapproval at 59%. Even in his home state of Florida, a special election flipped a Republican seat to Democrats. Trump came into his second term with enormous political momentum. But 1 year in, the combination of military overreach, political chaos, economic pain, and erratic behavior is eroding that momentum fast. With midterms on the horizon, the question is whether this is a temporary rough patch or the beginning of a deeper collapse. This is a story we'll be watching closely.